You know what was really cool? We got really close to LaSalle, and I finally got to peek in, and I got to see the spooky 60.
You did? So today's not the first time we have landed at this airport, but we do remember one of our late friends' words that it doesn't count unless you actually land and get out of the plane. So we're back to do it right.
For 39er Hotel, contact approach 125.35.
12535, 39er Hotel, thank you.
So we heard some of your feedback, and one was that it would be nice to have a map to better understand where we are located on the approach. We figured, why not just show you guys the actual flight log? Today we're going from Corona to Long Beach via the Ontario Papa 9 tech route. We hope this helps. Let us know if you like it or not for future videos. Today we were having a hard time reaching SoCal in this sector. It was giving a weird interference tone, so that's why it took us a while to get a hold of them.
SoCal approach, Aero 39er Hotel.
1939 Hotel, SoCal approach flighting 210.
210, 39er Hotel.
So this is going to be another long arrival. Again, don't forget, Irene has those chapters all set up for you to skip ahead to the approach. There will be a lot of visual landmarks on the arrival, but most importantly, we are on an IFR flight plan, doing the ILS. And I remember as a student, especially an IFR student, wanting to know what to expect when doing an approach, like what would the initial approach fix be? When do they step you down in the altitudes, and what does it sound like when the approach hands you off the tower? We used a tech route, like I said earlier, which are just a collection of published low altitude, short distance IFR routes. It makes it really easy for pilots and controllers because it has all the pre-designated waypoints and altitudes. We're using all these tools to visit one of the busiest airports in SoCal, but I mean, at this point, what airport in SoCal isn't busy? But this one really does have a ton of student traffic. We also showed what we consider to be one of the best configurations for a run-up we have ever seen at any airport. And finally, we discussed some pretty amazing, like really amazing, aviation history, including a great story about how the neighboring airport Los Alamitos was created. All as we visit Long Beach Municipal Airport in Long Beach, California. So let's talk a little history, and a little there is not. There is a ton of history to this airport. First, why does it have the designation Daugherty Field? Hopefully I got that right. I tried to Google it to make sure I got that pronunciation. Well, it is after a local aviator, Earl Daugherty, who had many aviation firsts, and we are really surprised that his name is not more famous because he brought a lot to aviation. He was the first person to get his pilot's license in Long Beach and only the 87th in the entire country, and this was in 1911, less than a decade after the Wright brothers' first flight.
Number 39 Hotel flighting 200, descend and maintain 1,600.
200, 1,600, 39er Hotel.
Now, a pilot's license back then was different than today since the FAA didn't exist just yet. So, the Aero Club of America, which was a social club formed in 1905, issued pilot's licenses. During this time, Long Beach Airport was far from what it looks like today. Instead, well, you see that beach way out there? Yeah, a 7-mile strip of beach in downtown Long Beach. That was the airport. They would literally take off and land during low tide. If you want to know what it looks like, look up an airport called Copalis State Airport in Washington. It's a beach airport that you can fly into today if you're so inclined. We almost went during our last year's P&W trip, but decided we'll go with someone who is a little bit more comfortable with beach landings. Either way, probably an amazing experience.
SoCal departure, good morning, sirs, 432 Charlie, Echoes 2,500 feet, just departed Long Beach.
432 Charlie, Echo SoCal departure, ident, altimeter 2985, stay altitude.
85, 2,500 feet, 2 Charlie Echo.
2 Charlie Echo, radar contact, Mouse North Long Beach Airport, resume navigation outside class Bravo.
Oh, down outside the Bravo, 2 Charlie Echo.
All right, back to Earl Daugherty. So another one of his firsts was he opened up the first flight school ever, and it was right here at Long Beach in 1918, which was the year that World War I ended. He even teamed up with local police to engage in search and rescue missions. Eventually, he moved the airport from the beach to his parents' land just west of where the airport is located today. And it was here that Amelia Earhart decided to become a pilot when on December 28, 1920, she went with her father to attend an aerial meet. She asked her father to inquire about passenger flights and flying lessons, and the rest is history.
Skywest 5937, connect approach 121.3.
121.3, Skywest 5937, good day.
Cessna 808, turn right, heading 350.
350,
We'll be honest, we had no idea how much aviation history this airport had. We really just barely covered the tip of the iceberg. We were fascinated the more we read. Really, we could spend a whole video on just the history, but we'll finish it with how we started to get the airport of today. In 1923, the city realized the small airport on Mr. Daugherty's parents' land couldn't handle the volume of aircraft. So, Long Beach decided to build the airport where it sits today, making it the first municipal airport in California.
Cessna 808, connect approach 121.3.
213,
So as we fly over Los Alamitos, let's talk about the military. Growth of the airport really started happening in 1928 to 1930 when the facilities were built for the Army and Navy. Fast forward to the late 30s and early 40s, and the relationship between the city and the Navy really started to deteriorate. So much so that the city manager of Long Beach said, quote, "The sooner the Navy gets out of Long Beach Airport, the better we like it." That's just crazy. So the Navy got tired of dealing with the city and began looking for another site. Now this is a cool story. A property owner named Mrs. Susanna Bixby Bryant was offered $350 an acre, but her being very patriotic sold it to the Navy for $300 an acre, and the site was called NAS Los Alamitos.
November 39 Hotel, sliding 270, maintain 1,600 to establish clear ILS 30.
All right, turn right 270, stay at 1,600 until established on the ILS 39 Hotel.
One final military fact about Long Beach Airport is that the C-17 Globemaster 3 was manufactured at Boeing's Long Beach facility, and the plant remained open until 2015. It's pretty cool. Our A&P actually worked at that plant.
we just identified 779 Alpha Kilo.
November 9 Alpha Kilo, Roger. Your radar contact a mile southeast of Fullerton Airport, flighting 090, maintain VFR.
Maintain VFR 779 Alpha Kilo.
November 3 Niner Hotel, contact Long Beach Tower 119.4.
119.4, thanks for the help, 39 Hotel. Long Beach Tower, Arrow 193 Hotel, established on the ILS 30 for Atlantic.
Arrow 1939 Hotel, Long Beach Tower, runway 30, clear to land.
30, clear to land, 39 Hotel.
Tower 39 Hotel, traffic 11 o'clock, 4 miles eastbound to Cessna on the down, runway 26 left.
Looking for that traffic, 39 Hotel.
So let's talk airspaces, because heading here VFR can be a little intimidating if you're not familiar. Today, we don't have to worry because we're on an IFR flight plan, but when we do fly here VFR, our biggest worry is Los Alamitos Army Airfield airspace. It sits only 5 miles east of Long Beach Airport, and coming from the east, we usually try to fly to the 91605 interchange VFR waypoint, which is on the VFR charts. And then we head south to set up for the base leg. But, and this is a big but, don't forget about that Los Angeles Bravo, which starts at 5,000 feet, but the Bravo is only at 2,500 feet, just 5 miles north. We're always strong proponents for flight following anywhere in SoCal. They definitely saved me from getting a phone number the few times I decided to deviate from my original flight plan.
Air 39 Hotel, traffic no factor, easterly course.
Traffic no factor, 39 Hotel.
Long Beach Municipal Airport is a Class Delta with 3 runways, 08 right, 26 left at almost 4,000 feet, 08 left, 26 right at almost 6,200 feet, and the big commercial sized runway 1230 at 10,000 feet, which is the one we're landing on today. This doesn't even include the 4 helipads also here. There have been talks of converting the airspace from a Delta to a Charlie, but overall that has failed. Tower is open daily from 6:15 a.m. to 11:45 p.m. and converts to a Gulf airport after hours. But there are noise restrictions, which are outlined in the noise abatement frequently asked questions section, which we will link to in the description. As far as the weather, it's SoCal beach weather, which of course means the marine layer. But I remember doing my PPL training, and I was taught that if you want to learn about crosswind landings, this was a great airport for that. And it did not disappoint the first time we came. We landed on 26 right with a direct 10 knot crosswind. Quick note, we did not know Long Beach had a viewing area when we flew in this day, but we at least wanted to point it out for you. Another interesting fact about the weather at Long Beach is that it's generally shielded from the Santa Ana winds. I've looked up the winds during those times, and it's like Long Beach is in its own bubble, while neighboring airports like a John Wayne, only 17 miles away, is getting hammered.
November 39 Hotel, say taxi request.
Taxi to Atlantic Aviation, 39 Hotel.
39 Hotel, turn left Delta 4, contact ground, thank you.
Left Delta 4, contact ground, 39 Hotel, thank you.
So Long Beach obviously has instrument approaches, which includes the RNAV for runways 26 right, 12, and 30. But the RNAV for 26 right requires special avionic equipment since it is an RNP approach, or required navigation performance approach, which I'm not going to pretend I'm an expert at. I just know in our plane, we don't have the required instrumentation for it. Today though, we went old school and did the trusty ILS runway 30. Again, we initially saw scattered clouds on the METAR before our departure, but we had a nice clear approach and it gave me a chance to practice the ILS, not for currency, but to retain the muscle memory on setting up the instrumentation, something you definitely don't want to fumble around with in IMC.
Long Beach ground, Aero 1903, 9er Hotel, clear 30 at Delta 4 for Atlantic Aviation.
Aero 1939 Hotel, Long Beach, morning, and taxi to Atlantic via Delta 4, Juliet, Echo, Echo 1.
Good morning, and taxi to Atlantic, Delta 4, Juliet, Echo, Echo 1, 39er Hotel.
Commercial passenger traffic today is comprised largely of Southwest Airlines, especially since on October 6, 2020, JetBlue moved its operations to LAX. Other airlines flying out of here at a smaller scale are Delta Airlines to Salt Lake City and Hawaiian Airlines to Honolulu. So there are 2 FBOs on the field, Atlantic Aviation and Signature Aviation, and the best we can see, there is no city transient parking. So for any overnight stays, those are your 2 choices. Today, we're stopping at Atlantic for a couple of hours to borrow the crew car. As always, we'll put a breakdown of the fees in the description. Yes, fuel is expensive. Actually, more expensive at Atlantic than at Signature, probably about $1 more. But between both, we usually choose Atlantic, but Signature actually has great reviews on ForeFlight, so we might have to try them out next time we're in the neighborhood.
Number 25 Foxtrot Tango, Long Beach ground. I said, you want 26 right, and I just can't see you. Where are you in the Atlantic ramp?
I'm behind the 130 for 25 Foxtrot Tango and request 26 right.
Number 5 Foxtrot Tango, Roger. This advice, are you able to, okay. Taxi via the ramp, Delta Kilo, hold short of runway 30.
Ramp, Delta Kilo, hold short 30, 25 Foxtrot Tango.
November 5 Foxtrot Tango. Verify hold short of runway 30.
Hold short 30, Kilo 25 Foxtrot Tango.
Thank you.
Well, that's cool. I wasn't expecting to see that here.
I know.
Long Beach Ground System 119 Foxtrot Romeo, run up complete.
That's a 9 Foxtrot Romeo, continue taxi.
Continue taxi 119 Foxtrot Romeo.
Now, seeing a C-130 in the wild is always a treat. Today, we happen to see the Coast Guard variant, which is actually the HC-130. The HC being the search and rescue version. Next to it is the C-27J Spartan. We didn't know exactly where to park. We ended up trying to reach the FBO over the radio, but we didn't hear anything back. Eventually, someone did come out, but we can't lie, we did come this way to get closer to the C-130.
Yeah, they pulled out the carpet,
Like a legit carpet?
like a legit Atlantic.
Oh, that wasn't a you weren't just like saying like they pulled out the red carpet for us.
Literally, they pulled out the carpet. Look, I'll show you.
Oh man, that's some Hillsboro stuff.
I know.
If
Well,
you get-
Hillsboro was like red carpet, like a real
Yeah.
carpet.
If you guys don't know, yeah, Hillsboro, they really literally pull out the red carpet for you. They're really nice there.
Yeah, they were amazing.
It's good memories. Whew. Oh, and we already got fuel. So we made it. Now it's time to show you guys around what this FBO looks like. And some of you guys have asked, well, what do you guys do when you guys go to these airports? And we'll show you today. Nothing big. It's really just getting some coffee, getting some food, kind of discovering what's around the airport area and what we can do in the allotted time that we get with the crew car. This is a first for us. We've never seen an aquarium in an FBO. Now, we didn't find a pilot's lounge per se, but we did find these flight planning mini rooms. We're kind of a fan of it for the privacy. But they do have bigger rooms like this first one called reception. And then this slightly smaller room, which is the conference room, which has a little bit more amenities like televisions. Now, we couldn't find the light switch, so I'm sorry it's so dark, but at least you guys get an idea. And that's pretty much it for the FBO. Next, it was time to get the crew car and go spend the next 3 hours trying to figure out what to do in Long Beach. When we fly anywhere, especially if it's early in the morning, the first thing we do after we land is try to go find some coffee, and that's exactly what we did for our first stop. And if you're wondering, how do we decide where do we go when we visit these places? Well, that's all Irene. The first thing she'll do is look up multiple reviews for one place, which she did for this place, Coffee Drunk. It's a place that's been on her list for a while, and even better, it was only a 5-minute drive from the FBO. Want more proof that she knows how to find some amazing places? I've lived in SoCal my whole life. I did not know that Long Beach has a neighborhood called Naples that pretty much is like Venice. I seriously don't know how she does this. With an hour left in our 3-hour limit, we decided to go have lunch at Steelcraft. It's about 15 minutes away from the airport, so it's pretty close. We used to come here quite frequently, especially before COVID, but after that it's changed and it's not as good as it used to be. We ended up getting burgers and fries. They were okay. But next time we come, we're definitely gonna check out the hangar, which is located northeast of the airport. I somehow completely forgot about that place, but it's okay. It gives us a reason to come back. But it was time to head back because our 3 hours was about to expire. Oh, and if you're into golf, you see that putting green right in front? You can actually ask for putters inside. So after our pre-flight, it was time to depart. Now, we don't like to start recording until we start moving. Again, it just makes it more visually appealing if things are in motion. But for our aviators out there, I did want to let you hear what it's like when I ask for clearance delivery and ground. And again, this is all previously recorded. It's not while we're taxiing.
Long Beach clearance delivery, Avero 1939er Hotel Atlantic, looking to do a VFR left crosswind departure to the west with Kilo.
1939er Hotel, Long Beach, clearance contact ground.
The what?
The contact ground.
Over to ground, 39er Hotel.
One of the best things about working as a crew is that sometimes Irene can hear things I can't. But if I was by myself, I would have just asked delivery to say it again. And again, this next radio call was previously recorded.
Long Beach ground, Avero 1939er Hotel at Atlantic with Kilo ready for taxi.
November 2 Charlie Bravo cross, runway 26 left at Juliet 4 Foxtrot to West Coast.
Cross 26 left at Juliet 4, 2 Charlie Bravo.
November 1939er Hotel, Long Beach ground. Did you need a run-up?
That's affirmative, 39er Hotel.
November 39er Hotel, taxi to the run-up area via Echo 1, Echo Juliet. Hold there, advised, ready to continue.
Okay, so do run up to via Echo 1, Echo Juliet, and we'll advise when ready to continue, 39er Hotel.
So Long Beach has one of the best run-up areas we have ever seen. It's one of our favorites for sure. It's like a stall you taxi into, you complete your run-up and continue. It's so easy. You don't have to worry about trying to make a tight turn so you're close to your other aircraft near you so you leave room for another aircraft to come in. They just make it so easy. You're about to see. And we'll fast forward the run-up. You guys don't need to see us sitting here doing that.
Long Beach ground, Avero 1939er Hotel, run-up complete.
November 1939er Hotel, runway 26 left, taxi via Juliet, Delta 4, Delta.
26 left via Juliet, Delta 4, Delta, 39er Hotel.
Now we want to show some appreciation to you guys, and we want to start off with the person who requested this airport, at Webster Industries. Thanks for the request, and we really do hope that this helped just a little bit in deciding where you want to do your training this winter. Next, we want to thank our super thanks. First, Chris at Chris Hope. You're always here, and I don't know how you do it, but thank you so much. And Mr. 6 Strings 2K, you both have added to our AvGas fund. Next, we want to thank our YouTube members, Thomas M, Gary Self, and Pilot Chip. Thank you guys so much for your support. And of course, our Patreon members, which we can't even explain how much we appreciate you guys. Tyler, Phil, Rich, Chris, and Tony. You guys are all amazing. This is probably one of the most history-rich airports we have ever visited. And the deeper we dived, the deeper the hole went. We had never landed on runway 30, and it's always pretty exciting having such a long straight-in approach to a runway that looks like it goes on forever. And there's something special about landing on a runway that commercial traffic lands on as well. We tried being mindful by coming in early in the morning, and it was definitely much calmer than we anticipated. But coming on a busy day, get ready for non-stop radio chatter, and always be cautious of those nearby airspaces. So this past week was really rough for us. We got hit pretty hard with the flu, which halted some of our responses to your comments, but a number of you commented to our post with well wishes, and we really felt touched by that. Again, you didn't have to spend time writing a comment just to say that you hope we feel better, but you still did, and you don't know how much we appreciated that.
Palm Beach Tower, Aero 1939er Hotel, holding short, 26 left at Delta for left crosswind departure.
Delta 1939er Hotel, Long Beach Tower, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff.
26 left, clear for takeoff, 39er Hotel.
Irene and I feel extremely lucky, fortunate, everything, to have the kind of community we have here. Our North Star is always to keep our channel positive, educational, and honest. Again, we're not CFIs, we're just sharing our experiences to hopefully make yours much easier. Thank you again for being so incredible. We look forward to another week of stories and feedback. We'll see you guys next week, and until then, go fly, go discover.
November 4 Echo, I'll call you, B.
Always 4 Echo.
November 39er Hotel, frequency change is approved.
Frequency change approved, thanks for the help, 39er Hotel.
This aircraft makes in Lima now, current wind 160.
SoCal approach, Skylane 2020 Golf at 2000 for 8,500.
Cessna 2020 Golf, SoCal departure. How do you plan to navigate the Bravo airspace? Coliseum or coastal?
Coastal for 20 Golf.
Okay, number 20 Golf, coastal route is at 6,500. Are you good with that altitude, or did you want to go higher? I think the Hollywood Park route as well is at 85. Which one would you like?
Coastal route 6,500.
Okay, number 20 Golf, at the Shoreline, you can resume your own navigation via the coastal route. Climb VFR to 4,000 only. For now, expect higher momentarily.
20 Golf, turning right at the coast, climbing to 4,000, own nav.
Control is going to have higher reference some jet traffic that's going to cross above you at 5. You can contact them now, 127.2.
127.2 for 20 Golf.
November 6-8 Quebec, traffic is 12 o'clock, a mile and a half, southeastbound, 900 indicated altitude, type unknown.
Inside 6 back. Good afternoon, SoCal approach, Aero 1939er Hotel, 5 miles south of Seal Beach at 900, VFR request.
November 1939er Hotel, 1939er Hotel, SoCal approach, say request.
39er Hotel, the PA-28 Romeo flying golf requesting flight following to Corona via Dana. 39er Hotel.
And I'm sorry, 39er Hotel, you said you want a flight following where?
Oh, I'm sorry, to Corona Alpha Juliet Oscar, 39er Hotel.
Okay, number 39er Hotel Squawk 0221, please.
0221, 39er Hotel.
Number 39er Hotel, your radar contact about 2 miles north of the oil derricks. Local altimeter 29er 89er. You said you want to go over to like Dana Point and then go north to Corona?
That's affirmative, 39er Hotel.
Number 39er Hotel, roger. Cross the Shoreline John Wayne departure corridor at or below 1,600, please.
All right, cross that corridor at or below 1,600, 39er Hotel.
Quebec, how much further to the west are you going to go?
Wouldn't be going up to the shoreline back to Hawthorne. I can cancel VFR when convenient.
Great, 68 Quebec, do you want to cancel or you want to continue flight following? I just got to give you to the next sector.
I'll cancel for you're going to hand me off.
Okay, November 68 Quebec, radar service terminated. Squawk maintain VFR, your change to advisory is approved. You have a good day.
Have a good day. Thanks for the help.
1239 Hotel, go ahead and contact approach 128.1.
128.1. Thanks for all the help. Have a good day, 39 Hotel. SoCal approach, Aero 1939 Hotel, level 1000.
Aero 1939 Hotel, SoCal approach, welcome. John Lee, altimeter 2989er.
2989er, 39er Hotel.
Boss 2 Julie Mike, flight heading 210, vectors for climb.
Flight heading 210, 2 Juliet Mike.
Track 488, start at V-Park set to 4,000 and connect switch at 125.35.
Can you repeat for your crew track 488?
Track 488, descend maintain 4,000, connect switch 125.35.
Descend and maintain 4,000, 125.35.
November 2 Juliet, Mike, turn right heading 260 and connect departure 134.35.
Okay, you can turn it this
Right
way.
turn 260 and departure 13435, 2 Juliet Mike, good day. That's 96, we're at a 16.5 descend via exit, maintain 14,000, we have Kilo.
Alaska 96 SoCal, up first, expect the Alice 25 left approach, descend via exit, maintain 7,000.
Descend via exit, maintain 7,000, we'll climb for 25 left, Alaska 96.
November 39er Hotel, connect approach 124.1.
124.1, 39er Hotel. SoCal approach, Aero 1939er Hotel, 1,200, climbing 3,500.
Aero 1939er Hotel, SoCal approach, roger. 231 Alpha Lima, SoCal. Enable, maintain 6 south.
We'll maintain 6,000, 1 Alpha Lima.
Number 6 Tango Sierra, contact approach 127.2. We'll see you.
Over to approach 1272, see ya, 6 Tango Sierra.